still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light day. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation.
Right there.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Bridgewater. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now Wilson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there. You've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
He will push his way down to about the 14. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Wilson flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, he's got a 1st down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. They held him in check in the 1st half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the 1st half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
1st down throw for Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. Room here to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on.
What's wrong, bro?
I still want to watch from the piano.
Still?
Yep. Cause he be greasy when I don't like him. I used to be able to go in there anytime I want.
Now he be on it?
Yeah. Cause he not gonna be going.
Why he be mad?
Join his groups and shit. I'll be like, nah, play football, can't do that. Like,
Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
No way.
Latavius Murray getting set to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, it's Carson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wilson escaping the pressure right to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Check right left, right left. Here we go. Hey, switch gears.
Wilson on the keeper. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Check out route.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
14.
Here's the sneak with Wilson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-0. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. We saw this franchise do this back in the 09 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And where have we seen this before?
Oh, that's
from
ambush.
Sean Payton?
That's ambush. We've seen that. What was it, Super Bowl 44?
44.
Right? New Orleans against the Indianapolis Colts. Right after the half, they get it done. I'm so sorry to jump in. I just violated partner and booth etiquette 101.
That's all right. If you come in with an ambush and you come in strong like that, I feel like it's justified.
My apologies, but boy, what a play. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 3 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And the touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Again, it's Kamara. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. Trying to improve, and he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. So they have now gone for it on 4th 4 times, and they have converted no times.
I know we talk about analytics and how it's entered into the game, and there's a good percentage that says, go for it, you will actually make a good percentage. In this case, the analytics just went right out the window. 0 for 4. They've got to start looking at things in a different way.
Check. Good job right there. 54. Get it all. West. Check nickel.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Bridgewater now. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that goal. Around a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal.
You better be afraid of me.
Bridgewater. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Or maybe go for it.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
He'll try and run with Murray. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Many would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it, 4th and goal. There was no hesitation. Field goal unit never sniffed the field.
It was a message. And the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up. You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold them. So it's a message to your entire team that you believe in them.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. On 2nd down, it's Carson looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop, eluding the pressure right. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he's got Lockett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. 23 yards, the final tally.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 1st down, Carson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Forced out to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. All right, we got a second here. Let's have some fun. Let's be cheesy, because why not? So we had the 71st Emmys on Sunday.
No wine. Just straight cheese.
71st Emmys on Sunday. So let's hand out a few awards.
Okay.
Let's start with Best Supporting Actor right now in the NFL. Who are you going with?
I'm going with the Mustache Man, Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville. Because despite the fact that they're 1-2, got their first win last Thursday against Tennessee, he stepped in week 1 and set a record for rookie quarterbacks. What was he, 22 of 25 throwing in that game? 88% right out of the gate. And has continued good play since then. And let's face it, the Mustache Mania is sweeping Duval County as well as the rest of the state of Florida.
Best actor in a lead role, I'm assuming you're going Mahomes.
You have to, because we kept saying he couldn't possibly do what he did last year. He's on a pace to eclipse what he did last year in every category. And by the way, hasn't thrown an interception yet, and his team's undefeated at 3-0.
All right, one more. Best director, head coach. Who you got?
I'm going to go each conference. AFC, Sean McDermott, Buffalo Bills, off to a 3-0 start. I'm not sure how many people saw that one coming. And then in the NFC, finally fulfilling their promise here in the early going, the San Francisco 49ers and Kyle.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wilson flushed out right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
36 power. Right there. 54. 54 miles.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now it's Wilson being chased out left. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Steps away to his left. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 16 yards, a first down. On first down, Carson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with
and a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. It's caught. Lockett. And he's got this down to the 35. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
14.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. They run again with Carson. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off.
And I think the ball's out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. First down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Cameron Jordan getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Now Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it?
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
They'll try to run with Murray. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run. This is Kamara. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The lane opens up. That time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Kamara. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running with Kamara. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Lutz puts this one through. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Today, we've got another installment of the International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Seattle Seahawks and our home team. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
54, Mike.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
He better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They run it with Carson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. CD, let's continue the discussion that we were having earlier when New Orleans first came onto the field, that opening drive. They had that win. Against Seattle, 33-27. Teddy Bridgewater was great, but for Sean Payton, how about this? First win as New Orleans coach without Drew Brees under center, and it doesn't hurt for Teddy Bridgewater to turn around and have Alvin Kamara behind him.
You're exactly right about that because he can hand it to him, and Kamara ran for 69 yards and a touchdown. He can throw it to him, 9 catches, 92 yards, and another touchdown. And speed was all over the field for New Orleans. How about the punt return by Deontay Harris for 53 yards and a touchdown, helped break the game open.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. They run with Murray. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Murray looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, it's Murray, and he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Seattle's offense takes the field again here. I want to go back to what we were talking about earlier, their Week 3 loss, 33-27 to New Orleans. Chris Carson, he fumbled and lost a fumble in this game. That is the 3rd straight game that he's done that, CD. He's got to protect the football a bit better.
He was a 1,000-yard rusher last year, and for Seattle's offense to really roll, he's going to be a big part of it with the running game. But if he's putting the ball on the turf, that's not going to help at all. In addition, the offense was just 1 of 4 on 4th down. So Pete Carroll, their head coach, likes to be aggressive. But if it doesn't pay off, puts the defense in a bind. And to add injury to insult, the insult being the loss, Coach Pete Carroll was hit in the face by a football during pregame warm-ups. They had to patch up his nose that he had to deal with during that game as well. So all in all, a lost day for the head coach and his Hawks.
Yeah, they'll try to get back in the winning side this week. They travel to Arizona, and then they host the Rams in Week 5. On second down now, it's Carson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
On first down, Murray. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it out past the 35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. On first down, it's Carson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. Throwing is Wilson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Again, it's Murray.
And if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
And we're into the second half now. This is
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Now Wilson, and that will be incomplete. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. Murray has the first down and more. Latavius Murray, 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, 75 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Jesus, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Escaping the pressure right. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game?
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
No, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Dancing to his left. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On third down, Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Davenport picks up his second sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. They go with Murray again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. A run, it's Murray. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game. Here's Murray. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field. But this is a big play. Third and goal. They'll run for it. This is Murray. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 1-yard touchdown pass as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
So, Wilson and the Seahawks down 18-17, 70 seconds remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's Wilson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Seahawks on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for 1 more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And an alley to run. again. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Back to throw. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Good job right there. Good job right there. Watch 50 on shot. Watch 56.
Now Wilson. That is incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his health. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, now I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this... done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we...
He's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively?
One stop.
One stop. I know that it's easy to say. That from the booth, but
it is.
How do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous on defense, get out of your lanes, don't take care of your assignments. But let's just go ahead and focus on the offensive guy. Look what they got done.
Yeah.
They needed to make one play themselves, and they did it.
Yeah, that's the reverse side. It was a heck of a play and a heck of an ending to this script. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the...